Ready, sir.
Randy, I know who you're rooting for, right?
Yeah. Even though John McCain is backing Gooz, I am all the way with fucking Slim Lindley here.
Well, I gotta say, you'd be in the minority if you go to our online poll. Looking at that, our fans who have been voting, 75% say that the Gooz will retain his middleweight title, and I mean, you can't blame him for guessing that because he has won 5 fights in a row. If he wins tonight, this will be his 3rd successful defense. He won it from Caramel Thunderbird back in January of last year. He defended against Patrick Melvin, Fernando Pasquale. This would be defense number 3. Kenny Slim Lindley. Oh, a nice big running knee by Slim Lindley, who has become a more aggressive fighter. You know, he has been dishonorably discharged from every branch of the military, including the Coast Guard, by the way. I didn't realize you could have that happen. But this is, you know, early on in his career, he was known for going to a decision. He went to a decision in all 3 of his tournament fights before losing to the Gooz in the finals. You know, he's kind of become a more aggressive fighter, and I think it's really helped him. He's won 4 of his last 5 fights, which is nothing to sneeze at. Oh, a big right overhand. And he is not backing down from the Gooz. You know, you got to wonder, when you lost to somebody in the past, do you get a little tentative? Do you tend to wonder, you know, second guess yourself, should I change my strategy? Should I just go for the same things anyway? And I got to give Slim Lindley credit. He is not backing down. He is not trying to build a wall of defense around himself.
Big old, gonna add a few feet to it. I don't know.
Well, I think he'd like to build a wall around all of HCL so he could put the middleweight championship on top of that wall. I think that's what he'd want to do. I guess I don't know why he'd need a wall for that. He could just get a mantle or something else.
Maybe I want Gooz to win this. I don't fucking.
I don't think anyone who has a conscience is really going to be happy. But I mean, I still don't understand why you dislike the Gooz so much.
Well, Ralph Marshall connection.
Okay, fair enough. He was, then for those who don't know, Ralph Marshall, the Little League dad out of Tucson, Arizona. South Tucson to be exact, but Tucson, Arizona. Started Bully Factory, which is his school. Yeah, he teaches children MMA. And he also, he was interviewed on Winslow and the Gooz, which is the popular radio show in Tucson, Arizona. It is now just Winslow's Wacky Wake-Up Shack. I think the Gooz had to become a full-time fighter. Couldn't continue to be the host. He comes on once in a while, of course. I think he was on just to promote this fight recently. But Ralph Marshall punched every single member of the staff of Winslow and the Gooz. And the Gooz was the only one who could speak properly afterwards.
He's running backwards.
Well, I'm about as properly as a German-born, English not-so-good kind of guy.
It's not great. How did he get a fucking radio job? Like,
they think he's hilarious over in South Tucson. They think the fact that he can't speak properly is funny. Well, as you see, his catchphrase, of course, "No is funny," where people would call in, tell jokes, and he would either say funny or no is funny. And of course, Bully Factory. Now I understand they just sponsored a football team over in South Tucson, so Ralph Marshall a little bit distracted by that. I understand they had a heartbreaking loss in their first opening game, but I'm sure they're going to have a good season. And nicely done by Lindley, just putting him up against the cage. And this might be a good strategy. You want to keep the Gooz occupied, keep his arms tied up, and just work. I mean, I don't know if Lindley is going to go for the decision. I don't know if that's a really It's a 5-round fight. It's a lot of time
Should go for a
to
while.
dominate a fighter who is as tough and as talented as the Gooz. But nonetheless, and the Gooz is covering up, and well, there you go. He's kind of coming out of his shell a little bit. Oh, nice. Both of them going for overhands. I don't know who really got the better of that. Oh, nice digging in body shot by Lindley. And it caused Ackerman to see he got a little gunshot. He didn't want to take that again. That must have hurt him. Maybe a liver shot. I think Darn Tootin, our good buddy, would have been proud of that one. I think he likes a spleen shot a little bit better, though. Oh, nice exchange, ending with the kick. And Lindley is showing a lot of aggression. Well, perhaps he's supercharged by that belief that he can make HCL great again, whatever that means. I think HCL's pretty great. I don't know about you guys.
I like HCL. It's pretty fun. There's teddies and fucking boatmen.
You just wanted to mention Bauer Stern again, didn't you?
He won earlier.
And Hazelwood. We've got circus guys and boatmen, if you count Hazelwood as well. And we had Barcliff and Big Top.
We had plastic surgery people.
We did at one point, yes.
We had, what else we had?
Oh, and a big
Russians.
right-hander.
Couple Russians.
I think we still have a couple of Russians. Do we have any Russians?
Paint
Russia
huffers.
Right, I don't know. Yes, we have paint huffers. He's Hungarian, of course. And we will go to a third round. Teddy Neverland.
Cowboys.
Getting his hand, dicking right in there.
Okay, keep moving. You just got to get a little more active with everything, okay?
You know, as long as Teddy Neverland has those black gloves on, of course, that's just in case, there's any blood that he has to handle. He was going to me, he goes, hey, Leighton, I really like handling the blood. I hope this is a bloody main event. Because I like just smearing the blood on me. I tend to, if there's a bloody fight I tend to roll around in it when no one's looking. Because the camera's on Drunk Bruce and I'm not in the shot. I just like to roll around in the blood. And you think about the actual tank I have of blood at home that I like to just splash around. I have a pair of goggles I wear, and I just kind of like I'm a little child in a bath. I mean, it's.
Are you ready, sir?
I mean, Randy, this guy is a real jerk.
Doesn't sound great.
Fight!
No, it's not. Third round of a possible 5-minute rounds here in this title fight. The middleweight title is on the line. 185 pounds. Gustaf the Good Ackerman, the two-time middleweight champion and current one, taking on Slim Lindley, who is yet to taste championship glory here in HCL. But he has been putting on quite a display, and he's got the Gooz up against. Oh, a big uppercut! Oh, the Gooz is hurt! He's covering up! And he's attacking the body.
Wow.
That's not a bad idea. Look at that red mark on the right side of the body of the Gooz. You can see it right to the right of his tattoo.
Yep.
That is just from, a kick like that. There might be internal injuries, broken ribs, internal bleeding. Who knows? And we saw how gun-shy the Gooz was when he got hit by that.
Lindley has him also.
He does. I think that's really a testament. And what tends to happen?
How big of a fucking redneck he is, but
that's true. Yeah, everything's red on him. That's how much of a redneck he is.
Oh shit!
It's all over. The Gooz is out. We have a new champion. Slim Lindley.
Wow, 25%, huh?
Slim Lindley, despite the popular vote, has won enough to win the primary title here in HCL at his weight class. We have got a new middleweight champion. His name is Kenny Slim Lindley. I mean, Randy, we are just, I am in shock at how much Kenny Lindley dominated that fight.
It's weird not hearing the Slim in this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I am just surprised, and I don't know if he is in a world of shit, like that shirt says.
59 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Ashley Girl's name is always in a concept of shit.
Well, that is Ashley Girl's name with the belt. About to put the championship title around the waist of the new champion. We now live in Kenny Slim Lindley's America.
Well,
and that championship title around his waist, Ashley Girl's name. applauding. I bet he'd vote for Kenny Slim Lindley.